Happy August, y'all. I really wanted to hop on and encourage you to really press in and begin to seek the Lord for an increase of discernment, a sharpening of discernment, a sharpening of your spiritual senses in this season, and fasting and prayer. Fasting and prayer is really, really important and critical right now, especially for as we're praying for our nation, as we're praying for the USA and in the coming months. And I just really want to encourage you in that. I was up and down praying all through the night last night. And literally every time I would try to fall back asleep, then was right back up praying. And the Lord just really dealing with me about just encouraging people to really press in for an increase of discernment, a sharpening of discernment. Because it is critical that we are able to hear the Lord's voice for ourselves, and that we are able to discern good versus evil. In Hebrews 5:14, it says, "Those that eat the meat of the word have their senses exercised. They are mature, and they are able to discern good and evil." And we need to be able to know the difference quickly, like super quick, like on a dime. We need to be able to have discernment, the discernment that comes from God, not just discernment with our natural senses, not just discernment as humans, but the discernment that comes from Yahweh. As we're walking in covenant with Him, as we are agreeing with Him, and we are praying for His will to be done, we need to understand that there are things coming up around the bend that literally could go either way. But the more we seek Him, the more we humble ourselves and fast and pray in this season and press into the things of God, the more people that do that, the better outcome we're going to see come the end of the year. Listen, here's the thing. That last night the Lord was dealing with me, like, what if I had thousands of Abrahams? And the Lord immediately began to remind me of how Abraham basically bargained back and forth with the Lord. He negotiated with the Lord about sparing Sodom and Gomorrah. He literally, did that countdown that we all know about, where, he says, well, what, Lord, if you find 50 righteous, Lord, if you find 25 righteous, if you find 15 righteous, if you find 10 righteous. And like that, the Lord said to me, what if I had thousands of Abrahams? Can you be an Abraham? Will you be an Abraham in this season? I'm going to be an Abraham in this season, in this sense, metaphorically, and I'm going to plead with the Lord for mercy, and I'm going to seek the Lord for deeper, sharper discernment and increase and sharpening in my spiritual senses as I fast and pray, and especially for the heart of America, for the soul of this nation. I encourage you to join me. I'll be back with you soon, sharing some prophetic insights with you guys. God blessings on your day. I speak blessings on your August. And I know we are going to see a whole lot of things, a lot of endings in August. There's a lot of things. We've already started to see them in the end of July, with people like sitting down, people stepping out of positions, people putting an end to certain things. And I've had to pray through some things this week myself, just sensing the ending of some things. And literally praying, like, as an intercessor, Lord, is this about me? Is this my stuff, or am I discerning this for others? Because sometimes as an intercessor, you carry things and you have to sort and separate and seek the Lord as to whether or not it's yours or it's for other people. But I really see the sense that we are going to see a lot more endings in August, in areas where there may be businesses closed, corporations shut down, people step down, different things of that nature. And I know that August is normally the month of new beginnings, because it's the 8th month, and 8 is the number of new beginnings and metamorphosis and that whole butterfly symbolism and all that kind of stuff. And that is the usual thing. But remember, God is Alpha and Omega. He's the beginning and the end, and there has to be an ending before there could be a new beginning. And I think not even just in the month of August, but I think as we close out 2024, we're going to see more endings that hopefully, prayerfully, will give birth, some new birth, to some beautiful new beginnings. But there's a water that has to break even in birth. There's pain and labor even in birth. There's a birth canal that is swelled right now. And we really need to be praying, because we're in a battle. We all know this. But I really believe that the Lord is looking for thousands of Abrahams that will cry out for mercy, that will plead with Him on behalf of a nation. So I encourage you to join me in that. I'll be back with you soon. God blessings.